welcome to Talking Textbooks, Leaving No Child Behind. This is Aditi, and on the right side you can see our awesome team. I hope you all are doing good, children. Please keep your mental as well as physical health up to the mark. And if you're not able to play right now outside, if you're not able to play outdoor games, then please do exercise, right? Because we all know that healthy body has healthy mind. So if you'll have a healthy body, you'll have an active mind, and then you will be able to study more like with more concentration. So please keep yourself healthy and happy always. And this is Aditi, and on the right side you can see our team here, which is working really hard to provide quality level education of quota to you at a very affordable prices. You know that. So the YouTube lectures are free, which you know, and those YouTube lectures are of 6 to 10 school level examinations. Then we are giving lectures of NSEJS, NTSC, PRMO, and we'll be covering all of the NCERT from 6 to 8, as well as we'll go up till Olympiad level. We'll be covering that as well on the YouTube lectures that we are providing. So what you have to do is you have to do your bit. So kindly share this channel to more and more students, so that we all know that there are many students in India who cannot afford higher studies, who cannot afford all these studies, quality studies, because of the amount, because of the cost that it has. But then now we are trying that it comes to you at a very affordable price. So video lectures are free, and the study materials also at a very minimum cost, which you can see here. When you are going to go on our website www.talkingtextbooks.in, you can see it there. 9,000 is the highest price for 6 to 8 package. That is the highest price. That will comprise of everything. That will comprise of the study material, then test series, daily quizzes, homework submission on Google Classroom. All that you will get in 9,000. But then again, that will also be reduced to 6,300 if you use my code AV Live. If you use my code AV Live, there will be a 30% discount, and this all package would come into 6,300 only. So you just have to use my code AV Live, and you can pay through any mode, be it credit, debit, net banking. It is up to you. And once we receive the payment, then we are going to our team would give you a call and let you know all the information, whatever is required. Still, if you have queries related to anything, related to talking textbooks or related to lectures or anything, then you can call on this number 9549041111. You can call on this number and get your queries answered. Now moving on this left side you can see our Telegram channel. So if you are in class 7th, you're supposed to join TDB07 Telegram. You must be knowing it is like a WhatsApp app only, and you're supposed to search for these classes. For whatever class you are in, you're supposed to search that, join us there. You will get the DPPs of whatever the current lecture that is going on. You will get the DPPs there. You can solve them, and you can even ask questions. You can ask questions on comment section as well. If you have not understood anything, please do give your feedback, children. So moving on to our the customs that we have, taking the promise, which is very necessary. So moving to that. Just a second, children. So let's move on. Lecture 3. Today's lecture is lecture 5. Today's lecture is lecture 5, and we'll be doing questions. We'll be doing HCF LCM questions. See, we did few questions in the last class. But today we are going to do few more questions. Let us see to it. So the question says something like this. See, we have studied all this. We studied all this and we did one question also on this. So let's see to the question. What does the question says? Where is my pen? Here it is. So the question says 6 different sweet varieties. 6 different sweet varieties. Children, if you haven't purchased the booklet up till yet of NMTC from Talking Textbook, kindly do that. Please do it as fast as possible, and then you can do the questions which are given in the exercise behind. Kindly do those questions. There are questions which have come in the earlier examinations. There are type of questions which can come in the examination. So please do that. Please practice all those questions, and if you have any query, then you can ask it in the comment section or on Telegram, right? So please purchase that book fast and kindly start doing the questions from that, right? So 6 different varieties of count 32, 216, 136, 88, 184, 120 were ordered for a particular occasion. Were ordered, right? Now they need to be packed in such a way. They need to be packed in such a way that each box has the same variety, that each box has the same variety of sweets, has the same variety of sweets, and the number of sweets in each box is also the same. What is the minimum number of boxes required to pack? What is the minimum number of boxes required to pack all this? Right? So what does it say? What does this say? It says that the question says that there are 6 different varieties of sweets of count 32, 216, 136, 88 and 184 and 120. So these are the counts of all the chocolates, all the sweets. Now they are supposed to be packed in a way that every box contains same variety and same number of sweets, right? Number and variety are supposed to be same in each box. In each box, right? The number and variety of sweets should be same in each box. This is what it says. So definitely we are supposed to take out what? HCF, right? We are supposed to take out the HCF of all these numbers, and then we'll get what? We'll get the number of it will tell us the number of sweets in each box, right? It will tell us the number of sweets in each box, which has to be same. Right? So let us calculate the HCF of all this. So HCF of 32. Let us calculate the HCF of 32, which is 7 6 are 42. 4 6 are 4 8 are 32. 4 8s are okay, so this is going to be 2 to power 5, right? Then 32, then 216, which is again what? So into 6 is 36 into 6, 36, and so 6 cube, right? So this can also be written like this: 2 cube into 3 cube. Then is 136. So 136 could be written as like this. 6, can it be 6 to the 12? 6 here, no, it cannot be written like this. And 10, no, then 2, 6 12. This is going to be 2 6 12, and 1 2 8 is 16, 68. So again this is going to be 2 3 is 6, 2 3 is 6, and 2 4 is 8. So again this will come out to be 34. So 34. So this is how it is going to be. Means basically 2 to power cube. It is 2 to power cube into 70. 2 to power cube into 70. Then 136. Then 88. This is going to be 8 into 11. That is 2 to power 3 into 11. And 184. 184 is 2 9s are 18, 92. So this is 92, and 8 to the 16, 9 10 11 12 13, and okay, this is going to be 8 to the 16, and 24, right? 8 to the 16, 17 and 18, 8 to 16, 24, right? And 120. So this is going to be 8 to the 16, means 2 to power 3. This is basically 2 to power 3. 2 to power 3 into 8 to the 16. So it means the 8, 48, 5s are 40. So this is how it is going to be. Now let us see that what is the HCF now. HCF of 32, 216, 136, 88, 184, and 120 is going to be what? See, this is 2 to power cube, 2 to power cube, 8. Basically 8 is the highest. This could be written like this: 2 to power 3 into 2 to power 2, right? So this is 2 to power 3. So 2 to power 3 is the HCF here, right? That is what? 8. So 8 is the HCF. So what can I say? That for having same varieties, see, one box will have 8 sweets. One box is going to have 8 sweets. Now it is asking minimum number of boxes. Minimum number of boxes would be total sweets. See, total sweets number of box is equals to total sweets upon sweet in one box, correct? So total sweets is how much? 32 plus 216 plus 136. This will not come here, so I'll take it in the next page. Number of boxes would be, see, so number of boxes is going to be how much? 32 plus 216 plus 136 plus 88 plus 184 plus 120 upon how much? 8. So this is going to be how much? Let us calculate this. This is going to be 12. 12 and 8, 20. 20. 12 and 8, 20, 24 and 26 to this is 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, 23, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 2, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 upon 8. How much does this give us? 8, 8 5, 40, 8 7 are 56, 8 9 are 72, 72 and 5, 8 7 are 56. So 97 boxes would be there. In total, 97 boxes would be there. Clear, children? I hope it is clear that how we are supposed to do these questions. Let us do one more question. What does the question says? The question says this. There are two numbers. This question is good because like there will be a property which will be used here, which is important for us to know. So there are two numbers. There are two numbers such that A is greater than B. Right? Now HCF of A and B is given as H, and LCM of A and B is given as L. Right? Now we are supposed to find what? Where is my pen? We are supposed to find what is the LCM of A minus B and B. Right? We are supposed to find the LCM of A minus B and B. Now, before starting this question, let me tell you something. Here. So, one important thing is, let us say that let us take two numbers. 6 and 8. Let us take 6 and 8, or less than 16 and 8. Right? 16 and 8. So this is also again going to be 8. Let me take some other. Let us take 6. Right? Now 16 and 6 I took. Now let us find the LCM of these. LCM of 16 and 6. Let us find the LCM of it. Which is going to be what? See. If I calculate 6 and 16. So 2 3s are 6. 8s are 16. So what is this going to be? 16, 24 into 2, 3, 6 and 2 is 16. So 24 and 2, 4 2 8 and 48. So 48 is their LCM. Right? 48 is the LCM of 16 and 6. Now let me subtract 16 minus 6. What does this give me? 10. Right? Now, is 10 divisible by 48? Is 48 multiple of 10? No, it is not. Right? Let me take another example. Have we done it correct? 6 and 16. 2 3 is 6 and 8 was add to 16. 18. 48. This is correct. And 16 minus 6 is again 10. So is 10 also a factor of 48 divisor? No, it is not. Okay. Okay, children. Uh, let me tell you let's do this question first, and then I'm going to explain what I was trying to. Let me explain it later, because I guess there is some mistake in here. I'll explain it to you for later on. So let us do this question first, and then I'm going to explain it to you. Right? So the question says there are two numbers such that A is greater than B, and HCF of A and B is H, and LCM of A and B is L. So it wasn't divisibility, children. I was explaining about divisibility and not LCM. So let's see to this. Let's see to the question. I'll come over that again. It was a property that came to my mind. So what is this? What was the HCF of 6 and 16? What was the HCF of 6 and 16? It was 2. Right? So basically what I was trying to explain is, let me tell you later on. First let me explain this question. So there are two numbers such that A is greater than B, and HCF of AB is equals to H, and LCM of AB is equals to L. What is the LCM of A minus B and B? So what is given to us? That A is greater than B, and HCF of AB is H. Now we know product of two numbers. Product of two numbers is equals to HCF, their HCF into LCM. Right? We know this. Now let me tell you what I was trying to tell. Let me tell you now. See, the point that I was about to tell you, let me tell it to you now, because it is required in this question. See, I was telling you, let us take two numbers that we took were 16 and 6. Right? Now their LCM was 6 and 16 was 48, and their HCF, what is their HCF? HCF is 2. HCF of 6 and 16 is what? 2. This is 3, and 3 won't be divisible by 16. So HCF is 2 here. HCF of 6 and 16 is 2. HCF means what? Divisor of 16 and 6 is what? 2. Now let me subtract this. 16 minus 6. This gives us what? 10. This gives us what? 10. So now this HCF 2 is divisible by this as well. Means what I want to say is that the HCF of two numbers, or the divisor, the HCF, greatest common divisor, not the divisor but greatest common divisor, or HCF, which is divisible by two numbers. The HCF of two numbers is also divisible. It is also divisible by their by the result which is obtained when we subtract those numbers. Clear, children? Like what I'm trying to say is, I'll speak it again. I took two numbers and I took out their HCF, which was supposed to be 2. Right? So when their HCF is 2, means this is the divisor which is divisible by these numbers. Right? 2 is divisible by 6 as well, and 2 is divisible by 16 also. So now I subtract these two numbers. When I subtract these two numbers, I get 10. Now what can I say? That this HCF which I got of these two numbers is also divisible by 10. Their HCF is divisible by this, by their resultant. Right? Their HCF is divisible by their like when we subtract, and after subtraction we get the resultant, it is divisible by that as well, right? So this, how this is going to be used here, see, understand, HCF is given to us as, HCF of AB is given to us as H. That means, what can I say, that HCF of A minus B, right? So not HCF of A minus B, means I can say that H is divisible, by A minus B, correct? This is correct, right? See, HCF is divisible. I told you here that this HCF is also divisible by the resultant. That means that HCF, the HCF of A and B, that is H, will also be divisible by A minus B, resultant of A minus B. So H will also be H, so HCF of A minus B and B will also be H only, means HCF of A minus B and B will also be H only, because H is divisible by A minus B. See, what is HCF? HCF is the highest common factor which is divisible by both the numbers. So it is divisible by A minus B, and it was also divisible by B. It was also divisible by B. We saw it here only. We saw it here only that it is, see, it is given here that HCF is H. HCF of A and B is H. It is given. So obviously, like this H would be divisible by A minus B also, and this H would also be divisible by B and also be divisible by A. This is what it means. So if I am taking HCF of A minus B and B, it has to be H, right? Now what does it say? What is the LCM of this? Now I know that A into B means product of 2. See, what can I write now? Product of two numbers. So product of two numbers, I am taking A minus B into B, should be equal to their HCF into LCM, right? LCM of A minus B, and let's not write it, it is understood, right? So now what will I do? What will I do now? I want to calculate this LCM. So I'll write it on the left hand side. And what HCF is going to go down. So what will this become? A minus B multiplied by B upon HCF. This is what it is going to become. So what does this become? A minus B multiplied by B upon. Now instead of HCF of A minus B and B, I can write H here. So this becomes my LCM. This becomes my LCM of this number. Clear, children? Is this clear? Let's move on to the next question. If you have not understood, please let me know. Please ask in the comment section. So let's do next question now. What does the question says? It says the sum of two non-coprime, like we are supposed to understand, we are supposed to memorize this, non-coprime numbers added to their HCF gives us 91. How many such pairs are possible? We are supposed to know, we are supposed to take out how many such pairs are possible. See, how can we calculate this? What does it say? the sum of two non-coprime numbers added to their HCF. So we are supposed to find such pairs when it is added to HCF. When it is added to their HCF gives us 91 as the result. Try it out. What is it going to be? See. In this also we will be assuming. In this also we will assume. And what are we going to assume? See. Let the HCF be H. Let the HCF be H. Let the numbers be A and B, which are co-prime, and let the numbers be A and B which are co-prime, and like these are not the numbers, basically numbers are H, A and HP, like I wrote it wrong. Let the numbers be let's formulate this ways. Let the HCF of two numbers be okay. The sum of two non-coprime numbers are to be added. So we are taking coprime numbers only then. Let the two numbers be A and B which are coprime, right? Let the HCF of A, B be H, then the numbers be H, A and HB. These are non-coprime numbers because they have a common H in them, right? Common HCF is there in them. So now what can I do? See, now what I am going to take is, understand, what is it saying? The sum of two non-coprime numbers added to their HCF. So let's write this. Let us write this. H, A, one number, H, B, second number, plus their HCF is equal to 91. So what would this become? H, H, H. I am going to take common. H I will take common. And what does this become? This becomes 1 plus A plus B, means basically I have written it like this, right? This becomes 1 plus A plus B equals to 91, correct? Now let us write the factors of 91. Let us write the factors of 91 here. So, factors of 91. Factors of 91 are what? 1 into 7 into 7 ones are 7, 3s are 21, 13. Right, so these are what? Factors of 91. 91 is also there, but we are not taking that. So, basically, now, we are supposed to equate this. We are supposed to take cases now. That whether H is going to be, if H is 1, then the value of this is going to be, if H is 7, then the value of this is going to be. So, we are going to make cases like this. Right? We are going to make cases like this. Now, if I say now case number 1, please understand it very nicely. Please understand it. If I say H is equals to 1, right? Case number 1. If h is equals to 1, can h be 1? If h is 1, understand, if h is 1 here, that means A and B are co-prime. That says that A and B are co-prime, but we are dealing with non-co-prime numbers, right? So that means h cannot be 1. That means that h cannot be 1. Are you understanding, children? H cannot be 1 here. Why? Because if we take it 1, then here we won't be having non-co-prime numbers. Then A and B would become what? Co-prime numbers, right? Because their HCF is 1. So we cannot take h equals to 1. So let us take h equals to 13. Next is h equals to 13. H equals to 7. Let us take h equals to 7 as our next. Second case. If h is equals to what? H is equals to 7. Now what do we get here? What will we get here? If h is equals to 7, then what does this become? 7 is going to come down. So this becomes 13. Means 1 plus a plus b equals to 13. This is what we are going to get. So 7, 1 plus a plus b equals to 91. So what will this give us? A plus b equals to 13 minus 1. So a plus b is equals to 12. So I get a plus b equals to 12. So what are all the cases that I can have a plus b equals to 12? Now obviously I'll put values here. I'll definitely put hit and trial. So if I put a equals to 1, then b equals to 11. If I put a equals to 5, then b is equals to 7. So these are the two cases that I can have. So two pairs would be, what are the two pairs that I can have when h is equals to 7? What pairs I can have of a and b? 1 and 11 and 5 and 7. These are the two pairs I can have, right? Now let's calculate for case third. For third case, which is what? If h is equals to 13. If h is 13, then 13 1 plus a plus b should be equal to what? 91. So what does this give us? 1 plus a plus b equals to this becomes 7. So a plus b is equals to what? 6. Now again we are going to calculate, we are going to do hit and try. So how many possible values could be there? How many values could be possible in this? 1 and 5 only. See, if I put a equals to 1, b equals to 5, right? So either ways you do it, either 1 or 5 or 5 or 1. Answer is going to come 6. In here also if you do 1 plus 11 or 11 plus 1, the answer would come 12 only. So there would be one pair, one such pair of integer. So this is going to be 1 comma 5, right? 1 comma 5. So basically there are 3 pairs, overall 3 pairs. So overall 3 pairs which are not co-prime and give sum along with their HCF as 91 are, what are those pairs? What are those pairs? See, what I am going to do, 1 into 7. 1 into 7, this is a and b, but we are not supposed to take a and b. These are co-prime numbers, but we are supposed to take non-co-prime numbers. So which is going to be what? I will be multiplying h with it, I will be multiplying their HCF with it. So this becomes 7, 77 and 35 and 49, and here I am going to multiply 13. So this becomes what? 13, 65, right? So these are the 3 pairs. These are the 3 pairs which would do what? Which will be what? These are the two non-co-prime numbers, means such pairs. These are the pairs which are possible. Clear, children? Is this clear? Let us do one more question now. The next question says, how many pairs of integers xy exist such that the product of xy and HCF of xy. See, earlier we calculated addition. Earlier we calculated their addition should be 91, and here their product should be what? 1080. Should be 1080 or 1080, right? So we are supposed to calculate this now. Again, in this also same thing, there will be pairs which will be made. There would be pairs, of course. So we'll find the pairs now. We'll find the pairs. So let's take it like this. Let x equals to h a, right, and y equals to h b, right. Now here h is the HCF, we can see, and a and b are co-prime numbers. Co-prime numbers means HCF of A and B is going to be what? 1. Simple, right? Now let's see what does it says. Product of x, y and HCF is 1080. This is given to us. So let us write that. X into y into HCF xy is what? 1080. Right? 1080. So now x is given to us as HA. We just wrote it here. See, h is given to us as HA. Then y is HB multiplied by HCF of xy. HCF of xy is what? H here. So into h is given to us as 1080. Now let's multiply. This becomes what? H cube into AB equals to 1080. Right? Now we are supposed to take such numbers where h should be what? H should be in cube. Right? Now let's do the prime factorization of this 1080, which is going to be what? It is going to be 2 to power cube. Right. This is going to be 2 to power cube into 3 to power cube into 5. Right. So my h can be 1. My h can be, because 1 is also there. Like this is not prime factorization, but I can write the factors. So this is 1, 2 cube, 3 cube and 5. So my h, I can take h as cube only. Right. Product of a perfect cube. It should be, so 1080 should be written as a product of perfect cube. Because see, why perfect cube? Because h is a perfect cube here, h is a cube here. So we are supposed to write it as the product of a perfect cube and the other number and the other numbers. Right? So let's start doing that. If my h is 1, I can take h as 1. I have it here. I have it as its factor. So I can take h as 1 because that can become h 1 cube. So that won't hamper our equation. that won't hamper our number. So first point is if h is 1, then AB is going to be what? Then AB is going to be what? 1080, right? In this equation I am saying, in this equation, if my h is 1, then AB is going to be 1080, right? Now I am supposed to break this. I am supposed to break this 1080 in A and B form, in A and B, in two forms. So in how many pairs I can break it? Let us see. They are supposed to be what? They are supposed to be co-prime numbers. They are supposed to be co-prime numbers. So one can be like this, 1 and 1080 means my like A could be 1 and B could be 1080, or my B could be 1 and A could be 1080. This could be one pair. Second pair could be 8 and 135. If you multiply it, you are going to get 1080 only, right? If you multiply, you are going to get 1080. Next pair could be what? 27 and 40, and my last pair could be 5 and 216, right? So in this, either this could be A or B, and this could be B or A, this could be A or B, and this could be B or A. So like that. It is the case when h is 1, right? This is the case when h is 1. Now let's calculate for a different case, when if h is what? Now understand, we are supposed to take it as a product of a perfect cube. So h can be taken as 2 h can be taken as 2, so that I can take 2 cube, because I have 2 cube here. That is why I can take it. I am not taking it by my wish. I have it already. I have it the power till 2 cube. So I can utilize that. So I can take h is equals to 2, so that I can have h cube. So what would be the pairs that would be left with me? It would be 3 cube and 5. See, if I am using this 2 cube, understand? See, if I am using this 2 cube as my h, then what am I left with? 3 cube and 5. Then I am left with 3 cube and 5. So obviously I am going to make pairs according to this only. I am going to make pairs according to 3 cube and 5 only. So let us make pairs. What does this give us? So if I say if h is equals to 2 cube, 2, right? Then I am left with, then AB is left with what? 2 cube into 5. So I am supposed to make pairs according to this only. I will make pairs according to this only, which would be what? The pairs would be 2 and 2. It is going to be 2 and 270. It is going to be 2 and 270 and 10 and 54. 10 and 54. These are the pairs that I can make. Means basically I am supposed to do what? Again I am supposed to do the same thing. I am supposed to divide it into A and B. I am supposed to divide this into A and B. So what is it going to be? This is what? 8, 40. Is there a mistake here? Let me just check it, children. It is 3 cube. Sorry, children. This is 3, not 2. Yes. So 27 into 5. 27 into 5 could give us 35. Right? So 5 to the 10. 13, 135. So this could very well give us as 2 and 27 into 5. 27 and 5, 35 and 10, 13, 135. So I might have written something wrong here. 5 and 216. This must be something wrong. The pairs must be something wrong here. Okay, so basically, just a second, children. Let me just check it. So this could be written like this. This could be written like this. Either it can be 1 into 1 and 270, right? It can be written like this. Just a second. See, it could be written like this. Either it could be 1 and 27 into 5 as a product of two co-prime numbers. We are supposed to write it as product of two co-prime numbers. So this could be 1 and the second could be 27 and 5. 27 and 5, right? This could be written like this. This could be the two pairs. Now if h is equals to 3, if h is equals to 3 again, so if h is equals to 3, then AB is supposed to be 2 to power cube into, this could be what, 5. Again this could be written like this. 1 and 2 to power cube. 2 to power cube is 8 into 5. Or the second pair could be 2 to power cube and 5, right? Because these are again what, co-prime numbers. Next, again let's see one more thing. One more case that can happen is, we can take is 2 into 3, that is 6 to power whole cube, right? 6 to power whole cube could also be taken. So in that case, what is the case going to be? So fourth could be, if HCF is 6, then number of pairs could be what? If it is 6, then it could be just one pair. Pair would be what? 1, 5 only, right? So let's count total number of pairs. Total number of pairs that could be there are, total number of such pairs that we have are, let's count. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So in total there could be 9 pairs. 9 such pairs whom what you can take out, that these are such pairs when you are going to multiply those numbers, along with their HCF, then you are going to get what? 1080 as its number, as its product. Clear, children? So I hope this is clear to you. This lecture is clear to you. Next we will be starting with a new topic in the next lecture. Thank you so much for watching, children. Keep liking, keep subscribing and keep sharing, and please remember to hit the bell icon so that you remain notified for all our upcoming videos. Also, please share it and please give your feedback in the comment section below. Thank you so much. Bye bye.